Okay, this is Miss Hopkins, and I'm going to be modeling a relationships in a table problem. The first thing I'm going to do is read the problem. Fill in the missing values and positions in the table. I want you to notice that I put speed bumps. I always put speed bumps where I've got to stop and think. So I do that where there's an and, a comma, and a period. Those are where I'm going to be adjusting. Now, I've been given here a rule, and in this kind of problem, there's really no unit bar. But I do still need to find out what my main idea is. So the main idea is I'm filling in the missing values and positions. So in this particular problem, I'm going to be looking for all of the numbers that are missing in my table. So I'm going to fill in missing values. In this problem, one thing that will help me figure this out is to recreate the table in my strategy section. I'm going to do that because I want to be able to see all of my columns. I've got my input column, my rule, which is my numerical expression, and in this particular problem, it's subtract 14. So in this problem, I'm going to be subtracting 14. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a variable. I'm going to use r as my variable. And then my output for this problem, now, they've given me some numbers, but I don't know all of them. That's what I've got to find. Fill in. Okay? In my very first one, they give me the input, which is 137. I know my rule is to subtract 14, so I'm going to go ahead and come over to my strategy section, and I'm going to take 137, and I'm going to subtract 14. 4 from 7 is 3, 1 from 3 is 2, and then bring down my 1. So my output in this particular instance is 123. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it in up here. My next section, they don't give me my input, but I know that I'm going to, whatever it is, I've got to subtract 14. They've given me my difference, which is 283. So I know the difference. I know I got this number by subtracting something. So if I look at what's the opposite of subtraction, it's addition. So instead of subtracting, since I know my output, I'm going to take the number, which is my output, and I'm going to add 14 because I'm looking for my input. So 8 plus 3 is 7. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then 2. So my input in this instance is 297. I'm going to keep going. My next input is 700. I know that my rule is 7 minus 14. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come over here to my strategy, and I'm going to subtract 14 from 700. I cannot take 4 from 0. I've got to trade. So 4 from 10 is 6. 1 from 9 is 8. And bring down my 6. That means my output in this instance is 686. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. In this particular instance, I know my output. I know my rule is subtract 14, but I'm looking for my input, so I got to do the opposite. So I'm going to add 14 to 1008. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus 1 is 2. So in this instance, 1022. And I'm going to go ahead and add that in my table.
Stop.